Good day to you all, welcome to Saturday's video. This one is going to be focused on utilizing permission slips and going into class trips for the very first time, churching. So what I thought I'd do in this video is go into a class trip, let you know what it's like. I don't really know what it's like. I know that you'll have to have a specific spider-based champion in order to, properly access it. And maybe I've not got the correct champions, but hey, it's worth a go. Most of them are in Alliance Quest, Alliance Wars, but I'm sure that I can pick up. I'm sure I've got something that's going to be able to help me out a little bit. Thing is, I don't really know if we've got a margin for error, so I was thinking to myself, oh, I'll build a synergy team around Ghost, but I don't know what I'm facing off against, especially going in these paths. So I guess, well, just take it as I can and see what really happens. I don't really want to go too lower, but maybe the synergies could have got me through. I just don't know. I don't want to take that risk. Also, at this point, at the point of coming in, I've kind of made a mistake in that I've chosen both champions, but really I only needed the one. Now, I have seen that if you're kind of clicking here to then X out, you do get the slip back. But I don't know if that's correct. I kind of feel that if I go down that route, is that going to mean that I'm going to be completely losing it and I have to then rebuild a further 1,000? I'll be pretty annoyed if that's the case. But I kind of feel that that is an initial mistake there, bringing in those two when I could have, well, had one or the other for this. Also, it does say here, if you end the quest before completion, your progress will be lost, but any items spent to open gates will be refunded. So that basically means that you will get back your slip, if I read that right. So you can kind of give it a go up to a certain point and then get it refunded. That's the thing. I might continue on and just try and get through this and just go, right, okay, well, what's happened at the end of it? Am I able to kind of get out and go back in again to give it a second try? That could be a thing. Also, just to point out, maybe those are well, can you do it with that? Yeah, there's one route that you can do to do the completion side of things. So just give it like that. Just do whatever you can. If you've got Spider-Man champion, then you have. If you don't, you don't. I think people are trying to get them in the homesick crystals. So hopefully you're able to get one. Yeah, I mean, these enemies seem pretty standard. I think with the first event, the first chapter, the first mission, whatever it is, it's not going to be too overly difficult. But as the weeks go on, it's going to be probably a little bit difficult each time. I'm going to sport in my Sabertooth and try and build up those persistent charges. Probably what I should have done from the beginning, but I got the Ghost. Everyone loves the Ghost. Bit annoying that I couldn't convert, but I want to absorb or get rid of that L1 opportunity for Crossbones. And can I pop this into a convert? Yes, I can. Can he do his thing? Go on, do L1 because I don't want to hit that L2 or be hit by that L2. No, he's been a bit stubborn today. Bit laggy as well. That's nothing new in game. And there we go, hitting off that. Gonna swipe back and hopefully do there we go, lead in quite nicely there. I was hoping I'd be able to convert another Fury into a passive, but they're just not pinging up. Oh, right there. Just ping up there. Oh, couldn't time that well. I thought that I wouldn't have much of a window of opportunity before getting smacked. But still, one's converted, one will go over to the next battle. So still utilizing Sabertooth. The same thing is I probably want to build up until Rhino, but maybe not when we go up against the tech. And I think we've got Darkhawk coming up in a moment. Oh no, that was a little bit mistimed by myself. I got lucky that Carnage didn't come straight at me, straight out of the gates of that L1 flop. Because, hey, I got the conversion. That's fantastic. And another conversion there. Building up the enemy to the L2. Plenty of distance. But yeah, I kind of left myself exposed. Hopefully I can get a last convert. Yeah, we do. Lovely job. That's 4 converted there. And we continue on. Pick up a little objective along the way. Win quest fights against Spider-Verse champions. Perfect. This is something that I did say in yesterday's video, the objectives, where if you go class trip, so I'm glad this is confirmed, if you go class trip, you'll see a lot more Spider-Verse based champions. So we've got 2 there. We've got 1 as the end boss. We'll face off against 3, or was it 2 on this lane? And then down the middle lane, only 1 it seems. So a shame that's not Venom the Duck, but I suppose... can't have everything. Going a little bit class advantage here with my Sabertooth. Hopefully going to put in some good amount of damage. Got to watch out, obviously, this is an awakened version. So if you try and knock out on a SP1 or SP2, that the enemy is going to stay alive, but we get the bleed effect, so that's perfect and it's absolutely fine. And for this fight, I'm going to use Sabertooth. Try and stick Venom to the L1 because I cannot do the L2 for shit. I don't know why. It's just something that maybe it's the phone, maybe it's just like crappy reactions from myself just to kind of get away. I'm just better with the L1. I think it's a little bit more. There's a little more of a tell that it's coming towards you rather than a flop of any kind. Okay. He says in a moment I'm going to get absolutely mullered by one. But, will you just do it already? Do the L1! Oh, screw it. I'll just push you a little bit further. Oh, there we go. And dispatched. And finally with Rhino, I think I've screwed up my persistent charges on this, but whatever. I will still be using either, I'll be flopping with maybe one champion or I'm kind of like the idea of using Hawkeye for this, but I'll have a look in a moment. We've got Mystic Conditioning. I don't think it really matters about Mystic Conditioning. Stun Immunity, I think, is going to be the biggest pain in the butt, especially with the way like Unstoppable, Unblockable works out. Probably going to go into the block stance a little bit more and just wait for the enemy to kind of go at me. Rather than the dash attack, maybe it's a case they try and do the heavy attack to break my block, swipe back, hit on through. Maybe that will be the process. There seems to be a good hit pool on the champion, but I don't think there's something to really worry about. He says, but fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. Let's send in Hawkeye and see if we can power control, because I want to kind of avoid that. But if you've got any experience with Alliance Quest, then you'll know that this guy is okay-ish. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. See, that's the thing you've got to try and avoid. And I'm just going to, again, just do like, not avoid it, but eat it into my block and then do that. Especially with Hawkeye, because we can power control. There's a good chance for the bleed as well. And hopefully, oh, he does special attack, so we can then, after it's been launched, go back in again. Oh, I felt I was going to get hit. That's the second time I've seen an unblockable come up. Most of the time, it's very rare that it does pop up. But, you know, you've got to still worry about it, just in case it just breaks your block and then you're there like, oh, no, please. Please, no, don't take all my hit points of my champion. We got Hemorrhage. Okay, that's really good. I'm going to see if I can wait him out to bleed. I don't think... No, he's not going to... Well, he could bleed to death. That was bad. That was bad by me. I did get clipped. But should be bled to death now. So there. Not too bad, actually. I was worrying a little bit. It would be a bit more than what it was. But that was actually a pretty standard fight. But I'm sure they're going to get a lot harder when they go to week 4. And that's what we get for chapter completion. Not anything too substantial there, but it's going to scale over time. I probably would have done this as a stream, but I've got a few family commitments as well as some sponsorship deals to do over the weekend. So this content's been putting out on Saturday. We've got the news weekend on Sunday morning, and then we've got something that's a Stealth Spidey review. There's a lot of stuff going on in my life at the moment I need to get sorted, so that's probably the reason for it. By next week, I'm going to stream a lot more of this because we've got a lot more shield markers to spend. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content. Also, I'll try and update you with the stuff on whether or not you actually get back the permission slips, because I've seen a few forum posts saying that they don't get them back at a point of just going, oh, I may have chosen wrong. Hopefully you've learned some stuff about this, and we'll try and do this for week 2, week 3, week 4, but I do want to stream this a bit more. Any case, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. I shall catch you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.